Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome to my Spring 2016 update video. For gameplay this time, I have Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer. I'm not here to talk about the gameplay whatsoever, and one other thing I will point out is that please excuse the quality and also the frame rate. I had to pull this gameplay directly from my PlayStation. I had to pull this gameplay directly from the PlayStation 4's share feature. So, sorry about the quality not being as high as it could be, and I also apologize for the frame rate as well. It's only at 30 frames per second instead of my usual 60. But either way, hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background as I talk about stuff. This is my second recording attempt of recording this update video. The reason as to why is because when I finished recording the first update video, I went ahead and exported it and everything seemed fine. However, as I was listening to the playback of the exported file, I learned that all the tracks that I've recorded here on Audacity decided to fuse together into one. So that was complete utter bollocks. So now I have to sit here and re-record the entire thing all over again, and that pisses me off. But enough about that, let's go ahead and start talking about stuff. The first thing I will talk about today is my current Let's Play and its progression. You should know by now that my Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix is going on, and it is about to come to an end. Believe it or not, at this point in time, as of part 50, or more or less after part 50, that is when I'm starting to record the extras for the game altogether. Not only do I have to record the extra content, I also have to record the end game as well, and record the final boss and the ending. That is still going on, and this recording session that I have as of part 51 is probably my longest one ever. Even longer than the extras of Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, which was recorded back in 2012. So, yeah, that is fun. And I have yet to start working on it, and I bet Vegas is going to throw a huge hissy fit. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Said no one ever. But either way, I'm very close to the end of the game, and the end is in sight. I seriously can't wait for Kingdom Hearts to come to an end. As for the Let's Play's progression, I feel like it has progressed fairly well, and the pace it's been going, it's longer than Pokemon Red, that's for sure, but at the same time, it shouldn't last as long as Pokemon Soul Silver. I mean, really, that game was ridiculously long. And thankfully that wasn't as long as The Last Remnant either, which that Let's Play is the longest one to date at 108 parts. But I'm not here to talk about video length as far as parts and all that. I'm here to talk about other things. Next thing I'm going to talk about is future Let's Plays. You should know by now that Diddy Kong Racing is up next after Kingdom Hearts Final Mix comes to an end. As for when it's going to begin, that is uncertain at this point. Once I finish recording all of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and once I finish uploading, well no, before I even do that, I need to record, edit, and then render and upload. Once I do all four of those things for all the remaining videos for Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, that'll be when I can give an actual date of when the Let's Play will come to an end, and when Diddy Kong Racing will begin. I know I've done a Let's Play of Diddy Kong Racing before, and this was almost 6 years ago since I first began being a Let's Player. And I figure now would be a good time to make it so everything comes full circle. I wanted to do this at least a year earlier for my 5-year anniversary of being a Let's Player. However, Pokemon Soul Silver kind of took higher priority, and the game went on for a lot longer than I expected. So, yay! That's why I'm making it my 6-year anniversary. Oh, whatever. Well, after Diddy Kong Racing comes to an end, I can't really say what will happen after that. And to tell the truth, I don't want to say what will occur after that because I want to keep it a surprise. However, I will say this. I am thinking about possibly covering an indie game for once. And before you ask, no, it is not Undertale. I don't have the game as of yet, and I do plan on getting it sometime down the road. But for right now, I currently do not have it in my possession, and therefore I can't play it. And I'm not going to resort to pirating the game. Seriously, I'm just not going to do that. That's just not my style. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what I did with my tax refund. In the next video for my Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, I mentioned at one point that I am waiting for my tax refund to arrive. Well, that was recorded well over a month ago, and at this point I already have my tax refund and I've already spent most of my money. If you want to know what I did with it, I'll gladly tell you. I decided to invest it back into my desktop PC. How did I do this exactly? Well, I bought myself a new graphics card, a new power supply, and the Elgato HD60 Pro. The new graphics card I got is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 980 Ti. This thing is a freaking beast, and it is a top-of-the-line graphics card. Even more powerful than, say, even the Titan X. And let me tell you something, this was a massive investment. It truly was. But I got a great deal off of the graphics card and the power supply itself. The graphics card matches with my motherboard, and it's from the same brand and same series. The graphics card I got is an MSI Gaming graphic card. Blech. MSI Gaming Series graphics card. And for the power supply, it's a EVGA Supernova G series. Either way, the power supply itself is 750 watts. Reason why I got the new power supply is because the new graphics card I need, or more or less the graphics card that I have now, it requires a minimum of 600 watts. Sure, I could probably get away with my old power supply, it being 600 watts and everything, but to make sure I'm absolutely safe and to make sure that everything runs smoothly without having to worry about damaging my system, I decided to keep things safe and just upgrade the power supply as well. And 750 watts will be a good enough power supply as well. On the plus side, the power supply is also a 80 plus gold certified power supply, while my old one, the 600 watt one, was 80 plus. It wasn't even a bronze, silver, or gold, or even platinum. Reason I went with the gold 80 plus certified, or more or less the EVGA Supernova G series power supply, is because I got a great deal off of that one as well. And two of the items that I purchased came from Newegg. The Elgato HD60 Pro came from Amazon. That one was the expected price of $199.99, and the other two things I'm not going to even say how much they were, because I've already said more than I should have, so whoops. Either way, I have all the stuff installed on my PC now, and to tell the truth, I didn't quite do this myself. I had to bring my computer down to a local computer repair shop, and one that I trust, to install the new parts for me. The reason is because, one, I don't have the environment to install the parts myself. Two, I don't have the confidence nor the experience to install the parts myself as of yet. And three, despite doing it several times through the simulation, it's an entirely different ball game if you're actually doing it yourself, because there's a lot that goes on with building a PC, which I will not go into here because this is not NCIX Tech Tips. This is General Snivy. Dooley. Next thing I'm going to talk about is donations. Several months ago, if not maybe a year ago, I don't remember, but this is a time during the last Remnants playthrough. And this was quite a long time ago. Either way, I set up a PayPal donation link, and the purpose of this donation link was so if viewers chose to donate money to me, then most of the money would go back into the channel. However, there were some things that I would use for personal expenses. However, as of this point going forward, I'm going to completely repurpose this whole donation thing altogether. All donations that I receive, as of now, if you choose to donate, I am going to invest purely back into my channel. So no more withdrawing the money for personal expenses. When I invest back into my channel, I mean things like buying new equipment, buying new games, game consoles, to play the new games on, upgrading my PC and my equipment, etc., etc. Everything that goes back into my channel will... No, all money that I receive from donations going forward, if I receive any, will go back to my channel purely 100%. There is one thing I would love to use the donation money for, however, I don't see this happening, but you never know, am I right? Anyways, the thing I want to be able to use the donation money for at this particular moment in time is to repurchase myself an Xbox One. If you remember me playing through The Last Remnant, I originally purchased the Xbox One quite a while back, but after a few months of owning the Xbox One, I sold it because I didn't really like the console too much, and I kept the PS4. But now I want to give the console another chance since it's gone through several updates. Its user interface has upgraded to the Windows 10 layout, and now it's the only next-gen console other than the Wii U that is backwards compatible. So that's nice. It's able to be backwards compatible with some Xbox 360 games. And the game list is kind of small right now, but it is slowly growing as the months go by. So that is good news. So the main reason as to why I would love to have an Xbox One again is mainly for Rare Replay. Unless the game comes to PC, and if that's the case, I'm going to punch myself in the head so freaking hard that I'll go flying across the room. Not really, I'm not going to do that. But either way, it would be a major slap in the face. But I'm just saying, the only reason why I want to buy an Xbox One is because of Rare Replay. I want to buy that game so freaking bad because of all the games that are on there. And some of the games on there are some of Rare's best games. And there's even one game on there in particular that's rare on the N64 and fetches over $100 on Amazon. So isn't that fun? Either way, if I would receive some donation money from you viewers, if you want to donate, I would definitely put that money towards the Xbox One and Rare Replay. But that's just me. However, I will try my best to get enough finances some way, somehow, to get the Xbox One myself. I'm not going to rely solely on donations because if I do, then that just makes me look like a scumbag. You don't have to donate if you don't want to. Whatever you choose to do is entirely up to you. I'm not going to sit here and force you to donate. It's your choice, your money. If you want to If you want to support me financially, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. As long as we're interacting with one another and you're watching my content, then I'm happy. Sure, donations are nice, but it's just a small bonus, which is nice for me and it is always greatly appreciated. All donations, either past, present, or future, are always appreciated, no matter how much you wish to donate, or if you don't want to donate at all. As long as you're watching my content, that's fine by me. Now that that's done and out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the next topic I have yet to cover. As I'm recording this video, I have only 3 more weeks of college left to go. More or less, the spring semester is about to come to an end, which is freaking nice. Over the next 3 weeks are going to be some of the hardest weeks in my life, more or less, for the semester. I went through this before with the fall semester, and I'm going to be going through it all again with the spring semester. So isn't that fun? More or less, over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be having my head in the books. And I'm going to be studying. And I'm going to be covering the next few things I need to cover with the last couple of classes that I have left, more or less pointing at math and human relations. As for my other 2 classes, which are Net Plus and Oral Communications, which is public speaking, Oral Communications should be wrapping up this week, at least for me. However, I still have to go in and evaluate people for their demonstration speeches. And I have to give mine on Monday, because I volunteered for Monday so I can get myself done and out the way as soon as possible. After all that is done, I then have to refocus my attention on finishing up my introduction to algebra, and I also have to completely focus on the Net Plus and the Network Pro certification exams. I was fortunate enough to actually get a taste of what's going to be on the Net Plus exam itself, because one of the vouchers, or more or less 10 vouchers, were about to expire, and this was a couple weeks ago. 10 vouchers were about to expire, and I took the plunge to try it and see how I'll do for the Net Plus exam. Unfortunately, I failed the exam, but I did get a pretty good score. And the score was 605 over... The score was 605 out of the passing score of 720. So that... I still have some more studying up to do, and that was a last minute thing anyway. It was just 2 days I had to study, and I couldn't really go over hardly anything whatsoever, so that's why I couldn't do quite as well as I could have. But hey, at least now I have a taste of what to expect on the Net Plus exam itself. Once all that is done and over with, whether I pass or fail the Net Plus exam, I will be proceeding onward to the next thing that I have to do over the summer. And that is going to be taking on the independent study. The independent study is going to be for the healthcare IT course. It's going to be an online course, and I can take it on at my own pace. And best of all, I can do it at home, so I don't need to worry about going down to the college whatsoever. So that is excellent news. Once I finish the healthcare IT course, and that's all done and over with, and once I do the test that is for the HIT course, or more or less its certification exam, however that works, I think that is also hosted by CompTIA. Either way, once that is done, I am done with college for now. The only reason I would go back is because my employer would require it. But either way, after the spring semester is over, I will take on the independent study, and then after that, I will be done with college altogether. Once that is done and over with, I will be heading out into the world, and I am going to go job hunting. And I'm going to go job hunting in the field of being a computer technician. So that is going to be a fun time. Once I begin my job hunt, I should be able to land a job of where I want to work with the certifications that I do have. It'll definitely help me get my foot in the door for potential employers. As for places that I would like to work, I'm leaning towards either working for Best Buy's Geek Squad or for a local computer repair shop. And in all actuality, I'm leaning towards the latter, but I'll have to wait and see how things go down and see what happens and see where the wind will take me. Only time will tell of what will happen later down the road. The last thing I would like to talk about, despite me going on for nearly 20 minutes now, is the way these update videos are going to be delivered going forward. What I mean by this is when they'll be happening. As of this year, beginning this year and going forward, instead of there being 4 update videos per year with spring, summer, fall, and winter, I'm actually changing that format altogether. With the exception of this year, there's going to be a mid-year update video and a end-of-year update video. So as of 2016, there will be a mid-year update which will take place around June-ish, May-ish, somewhere around there. And for the end-of-year update video, that's going to take place towards the end of December. At least I'm hoping that's the way it'll work. As of this year, 2016, as of 2016, there will be this update video, which will be my spring/mid-year update video. And of course, there will be one more update video this year at the end of the year. And with that, I am done here, despite me going on for 21 minutes plus. Oh boy, I had a lot I wanted to get off of my chest, and I wanted to explain a lot of things that have been going on over the past few months and why I've taken so long to make this update video. But either way, I am done here. This is General Snivy with the spring/mid-year update video. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Next time, more Let's Plays and more awesome videos, so be sure to stick around for those. Those what? Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm done. I am done talking now. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all on the flip side.